Hello and welcome to your lab, your first lab, which is Lab 0. Now you know that we start ordering things with zeros first in computer science. So let's go to the lab write-up, and it's weird to think about, but you're going to watch this video that's sitting right here, but I'm about to replace. Okay, so here is the lab write-up, and there are a lot of things, but I'm going to walk you through all of them. Okay, so it's due on the next Friday, assuming you're watching this during week 1. And you're watching it on the Friday, it'll be due exactly a week from now. Okay, so you'll have at least a week to do it, and let me get you started. So some very simple programs that you'll be writing and then turning into the class server. Okay, and they're all auto-graded, and you can keep on submitting as much as you want. So let's do this. So the very first thing you need to do is, because I like to update things and change things, is to get the current version of what I call the starter code. It's like the blueprint on top of which you're going to write your own programs. So I've made a bunch of initial files for you to add to. Okay, so in the terminal, you're going to run this command, refresh starter code. So here we are. Hit enter, and it will eventually download things. It's got to connect to the internet, so you got to make sure you're on the internet. And it'll either say it's already up to date, or it'll download new things. Okay, so now we're ready. Now we're ready to copy the starter code to where we want it to be. Okay, so we're going to use the copy command, that's cp, and we're going to copy a folder, so we use -r as well. So we're going to first get to a folder where we want to store our class files. So maybe I really encourage you to put it somewhere in one of your shared folders, but I currently don't have one, so I'm just going to make it on the desktop. But I highly recommend that you make a folder in your shared folders and you go to that, like cd/media/sf, whatever. Put it on your actual computer somewhere so that if something goes wrong with this virtual machine, you still have it. Okay? So I'm going to make this be like, I don't know, labs or something. Make a folder somewhere. Here it will be labs, and you can cd into it. So this one's on my desktop in labs, and if you want a shortcut, you want to change directories really fast, like get to wherever you want to go in your file system browser, like maybe you got to move around quite a bit depending on where you're going. Once you get there, you can just drag it and then hit enter, and it will go to exactly that place. Okay, so now I have an empty folder, and in this folder is where I want to start working. Okay, so I want to make my lab 00 folder inside of that. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to copy from the starter code, just verbatim, this entire line, copy and paste it, including this dot after a space. That's very important. This says copy this folder to my current directory. Okay, so we're going to run this. Can I copy it? We'll see. If not, just record myself. Hopefully you can still hear me, and nothing happened, but my screen froze for a second, probably because I was copying, and it looks like it copied twice. Interesting. Or maybe it pasted twice. There we go. Alright, so it's not going to be red for you, I don't think, but here is the idea. We're going to hit this enter, and it's going to go and start copying everything. Okay, so after you type that, now we have a lab 00 folder. Cool, and that's where we're going to work. Okay, so cd into that. Now you'll see 3 files, okay? Average, cat, and hello. And I encourage you to do hello first, because that's the easiest. And also because you're going to turn it in, make sure you've changed your password if you haven't already for the server. So the first thing that you're going to do is write a hello world program, compile and run it, and eventually turn it in. But let me just get you started a little bit. So here's your hello.cpp. It exists. You can actually go to it in your folder if you'd like. Drag it into your, or just go to File, Open, drag it into your Visual Studio Code. Here's hello. Bam. Please open. It's trying. It's just taking its sweet time. Feel free to fast forward. Maybe I didn't drag it. There it goes. Alright, so it's just a blank file. Okay, just a blank file right there. And let me make this a bit bigger. If it wants to make itself bigger, that is. Oh, it's activating extensions right now. I'm going to have to pause and come back because it's going super slow, and I am sorry. Yeah, let me get it finished with whatever it's. Oh, there it finally goes. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume it's working, and let's make a very quick hello world. I'll get you most of the way there. Include IOStream using namespace standard int main return 0, of course, and then we'll say like cout hello, and I'm gonna mistakenly do things wrong. Hello world exclamation point. I forgot the comma, and I'm gonna use 2 new lines on accident. Okay, so that's my program, and now we can compile and run it using all the commands that we know and love. So you can use that, and let's get it working, making sure that it's working. G++ standard equals C++ 17 hello.cpp -o hello. And off it goes. And this compiled, it worked, but it's just wrong. It has a bug, right? Logic error. So we got 2 new lines, and it doesn't have the comma. It doesn't also say, hey, I'm ready for CSCI 40, because that's what it should look like here. So you need to get it all the way there, and the rest is not too bad. So you're going to edit cat.cpp to print a cat. So again, you have this file. I'll also put average in there too. Why not? Oh, did cat not go? There it goes. So these are all just blank files. You'll do the same thing. Make your main functions, include your libraries. For cat, you're going to print exactly this cat, okay? And without any extra spaces at the end or anything. If you want to print the backslash, remember that you have to escape it. So you have to really write 2 backslashes, but it just becomes 1. And so this is what should happen when you run your program. This is what it should look like. And then the last one, the most complicated one, is to ask the user for 3 numbers. You'll put them in 3 different variables, and output the average using integer division. So this is all a bunch of int variables that you'll be making. And so this is what should happen. And make sure to output those prompts first and not break the line, because you want the user to type on the same line. So this is one run of the program, and this is what should happen. Okay, so you can compile and you can run as usual. And then once you're done, or if you want some partial credit, you need to turn it into the autograder. Okay, so that you use this turn in command here. And I really encourage you to start early on this and all assignments in this class. If you're up until the deadline, you submit and you think that it's all looking right, the autograder is really picky, and you're probably going to be surprised in a bad way. Okay, so always make sure to turn it in, wait early enough to be able to check your grade. So there's still time to fix things. Okay, so here's how we do it. You say turn in the name of the lab, an @ sign like an email, and then the name of the class, and then all the files that you want to turn in. So let me just try to turn in everything. I don't have to. Oh no, I'm not trying to drag cat there. Why does it think I am? There we go. So I say turn in lab00 at CSCI 40, and then I give all the names of the things that I want to turn in, all the files, space separated, hello.cpp, in any order, cat.cpp, average.cpp. Okay, and this was from the terminal. I didn't type that. I only typed this stuff. Okay, there it goes. Go away. So I type this, hit enter, and it's going to type me for my, and it's going to ask me to type my server username. So I'll give my test one. Obviously, you're going to enter your own, and then your server password. And then it's going to turn it in. Yell at me if there's something wrong. It should look like this, assuming everything worked correctly. The most common error is you're in the wrong folder, like average doesn't exist in this folder maybe, and that's one possible error. Other errors are probably my fault, so please tell me about them. So this one got submitted successfully, it copied it, and everything went well. Now, it's a waiting game, because I am auto-grading this, and the auto-grader, it takes some time to wake up and look at all the new submissions. Okay, so wait 15 minutes. It should be at a minimum, or at a maximum 15 minutes, but maybe it'll take longer. It should take only 10, really. And then you're going to run refresh grades to download your new grades after they got graded. Okay, and then you'll say view grades to look at them. Oops, I should get rid of that right there. This does not apply this semester, so forget what you saw there. You'll just say view grades. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that in a second after I finish this. And the key is you can resubmit as much as you want. Okay? You just have to keep following this process of saying turn in, typing your username and password. That's all you have to do. The autograder will keep regrading the same thing, and you'll keep on looking at your grades with view grades. It's a command. Okay? So it's always first turn in, then refresh grades, then view grades. Okay? That's all you're going to do. And now, let me go and force the autograder to hurry up and grade. So I will be right back after I do that. Okay, I'm back. I made the autograder hurry up. So now we can run refresh grades, pretend that you waited 15 minutes, to download our grades, and it'll ask you for your server username. Let's see here. And it'll look something like this. Okay, this is what's going to happen. And assuming you didn't see any error messages, everything looks fine. Okay, so now you can run view grades, or if things are going wrong with that, you can always do view grades console. That should always work. But view grades is the cool one, and it's all graphical. So view dash grades will hit enter. It's going to open up the web browser, because I've made a special little local website for you to look at your grades with, which is fun. So it's going to open up Firefox, slowly but surely. I didn't give this virtual machine enough RAM, it seems. But it'll open up, and then we'll click on which grade we want to look at. And there's just one lab we've submitted so far, so there's only one to click on. Here it goes, here it goes. Almost there. And after you click on it, it will have a breakdown of all your grades. So here it is, lab 00. And then your username. Okay, so we click on that, and it's going to load the page. Dun dun dun. So just some information. Your total score, I got 0 out of 9 because I did nothing right. Okay, so for these text things, your program's output was on the left. If something went wrong, it's going to look like this. Your program's output is on the left. The correct program's output is on the right. Okay? So I got 0 out of 3 for this part because this did not match, and it highlights the differences. I forgot the comma. You can see that. If I make this bigger. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't try to make it bigger. Who knows? There it goes. So I forgot the comma. I forgot all this stuff. And here it shows 1 line, and here it shows 2 lines. That was a mistake. Okay. And again, for the other ones, there are also issues because I didn't actually have a main function. That's what it's complaining about. These are all linker errors. So, just get it to 9 out of 9, and after that, you are done. Okay, so that is all you have to do for this lab. Just keep on resubmitting. You'll keep on doing you'll keep on doing turn in, all that stuff. Then you'll say refresh grades to re-download them from the server. And then you'll do view grades to look at them. Okay? Technically, you can keep the browser open. You can probably refresh the page, but I encourage you to follow that process. Okay, so that is everything. Please yell at me if you have any questions. I'm here to help. I have made sure to put my office hours very close to the due dates, and the reason is so that I could be there for you as you're trying to get all this stuff done. So, best of luck, and I will see you next week if I don't hear from you or see you in the office hours or on Discord. So, yeah, that's all I got for you. See you later.